Welcome back to another video, and you join me in quite a precarious and unique situation. Yesterday, if you had seen my Instagram, there was a mouse in my McLaren. So in my McLaren 765 LT, I opened the front of the front boot, I guess you'd call it, and there was a mouse sat there, to which I thought, that's minging. And also, have you chewed any electrical wires? If so, that's a fucking disaster. Basically, I had to come in because the carpenter was doing our front bathroom. I had to move the car, so I came to open and take it off charge to move the car, and that's when I saw the mouse. Anyway, I then laid out a bit of cheese to try to get the mouse out. Nothing worked. Bit of bacon, nothing worked. And then I went and got some mouse traps. We have an update, ladies and gentlemen. I shall turn the lights on, and I need your opinion on said update. So if I turn the camera around and we come down here, so let me talk you through what happened. I opened this front boot and there was a mouse sat here. So firstly, I've got no fucking clue how it got there, because this seals. So it means that it was stuck and probably living in here, which is clapped. Anyway, it then ran down here. So the equivalent of this little area, if you can see, it ran down on the other side. So I've put a mouse trap there, so when it comes out, it will go straight for the cheese in there. However, I also put a mouse trap here, and this mouse trap has a mouse in it this morning. So I'm now going to have to take that mouse and dispose of it, which is making me feel a little bit sick. But I'm also quite concerned that that mouse is a different mouse. So in the comments, let me know whether you think that is the mouse and it's climbed out of the car and chose to go into that mouse trap, or whether the mouse is still in the car. And if the mouse is still in the car, what do you think I do? Because it's kind of all, from where it's gone in, it's all under like the dashboard. It can't go past the dash, so it can't go back towards the engine or anything, but it might be able to go into the dashboard, and that's probably worst case scenario, being realistic. So let me know what you think I should do. Do you think I should just start the car and hope that that scares it enough to run out, or do you think that that's I just don't want it to die in there, because then it's going to rot and be all horrible. Bit of a predicament, quite a unique situation, quite annoying. So I'm now going to move this mouse, if I can, without vomiting, and then we're going to have to decide on what we're doing with the McLaren, in terms of if the other mouse is still in there. I might move that other trap down onto the floor, in case there's more mice. I had loads of people messaging me on Instagram saying if there's one mouse, there's fucking 10 mouse or mice. So yeah, a bit annoying. Funny little situation. And on a pretty busy day for myself as well. So I've got to go to an event with a brand of mine and a business partner to promote this business of ours at an event. And I just wanted to come out this morning and check to see if we had caught a mouse, and we have. So what I'm going to do now is dispose of said mouse humanely into the fields, and then put the trap back, and then hope that that was the mouse. If not, hopefully that mouse comes out. But let me know in the comments, do you think that is the mouse from my car or another mouse? Also, if that isn't the mouse and the mouse is still in my car, what do you think I should do to get that mouse out of my car? Because it's like stuck in the body. I'm pretty sure it'll be able to climb back out and stuff, but I don't want it to be stuck down there and just savaging on fucking wires and shit, causing absolute havoc in McLarens, which are notoriously shit for electrical issues anyway. The last thing we need is it to be chewed on. So let me know. I'm going to dispose of the mouse. Dusty's come out to join me, and I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. I'm not sure if it's all the I'm a celeb, but this mouse is making me feel a bit vile, so I'm currently transporting it like this on the end of some MDF, and shall take it to the end of the garden, where it will probably scurry itself back up to the house. Right, I brought it to the little area of kind of woodland at the end of the house, and now I'm gonna have to let the little guy out. By looking at it, I'm not 100% sure that it looks the same as the one that's in the car. It looked a bit skinnier. However, I'm not sure. Now I've got to do this without it like running up my hand, which is going to be quite gross. Little guy's been released. He's a bit scared to leave his new house. Go on, boy. Just needs to turn around. Just needs to turn around and go. Oh, there he goes into his new little home. He'll be back in the garage in no time. Right, update. Mouse has gone in the woods. I'm now going to move the other mouse trap down to the successful position. It hasn't been set off, no one's had the cheese, so I'm going to pop that back on the floor where the other one was. I can't see the mouse, I'll be honest, but hopefully he's not in there and hopefully that was the mouse. I shall report back on Instagram with the findings, maybe even pick up the vlog later today when I'm back from the event, etc. And see if we have caught another mouse. So for now, it's goodbye to the McLaren and farewell. Oh shit, I can't do the gate now. Yeah, it's good night and farewell to the McLaren. All my office stuff is here because Lauren's kicked me out of my office, which is one of our living rooms, because apparently it's not festive enough. So yeah, I'm retired for December practically. However, unfortunately, due to the nature of my work, I can kind of do so from anywhere. So I'm working on the laptop in the kitchen and all that jazz. Dogs this week. But yeah, mouse situation, that's kind of it. Mouse update wise, quite precarious and irritating. However, maybe later on in the vlog I'll try start the car and see if it's fucked it. I haven't had the bollocks to try and start it yet, just in case the inevitable has actually happened. So like I mentioned, I've got to go to this event thing with one of the brands that I run. We're sponsoring an event, so that's going to take up a few hours for me today. However, we're rolling in style. We're going in the G-Wagon. Just a quick one as I'm on the way over to the warehouse. I've just had a message from a McLaren technician, someone that literally works on McLarens, saying that they've had the exact same thing with a mouse that's due through a 720S wiring loom, which I'm assuming is the same wiring loom as a 765LT, and it cost the customer 12 grand. So if that isn't the mouse that I caught and it's a different mouse, then that's essentially a 12 grand bill, because I don't think there's any chance that that mouse has gone in there and hasn't started chewing shit. So yeah, pretty depressing way to start the day really. Obviously first world problems. However, not really sure how I'm supposed to get the fucking thing out of there, so it feels like it's an imminent 12 grand bill at this point. Loaded the car up with stuff at the warehouse for the event. Been given a, I think this is a cinnamon bun, not 100% sure, by my friend. And now we're going to crack on, get to the event, and I'll be busy for the next few hours now at that event. Might do a bit of video in just to show you a little bit of the event, and we'll go from there. So as promised, we're at the place where the event is today. We've got an F8 looking very familiar. However, it's got a stripe, which I don't really rate on the F8s. Personally, I think you keep that to a pista. However, we've also got a GTR, which a lot of the lads today have been getting very excited about. We're at Paddle Up, by the way, over in, I think it's like Chippenham. Got a lovely GTR, which a lot of you guys will probably appreciate. And then something for the weekend. Look at that. Perfect. We've even got some extra cushioning made out of tinfoil, I would assume. What else we got? SVJ, mad car, Spider, I believe, and then a few older bits, Aston or Ferrari, and then an Alpha, which costs very much almost the same as the McLaren. So what would you choose, the McLaren or Alpha? SVJ live in the flesh, I must admit, I'd have one of those for sure. Just big cash. Big cash.
So we will see you.
Very, very good. A few older bits, as you know, I was fantasizing about the idea of an older Ferrari. Got a nice 355, I believe this is. Let's go check. Nice rear end on these. There we go, F355 GTS. So this roof comes off and you kind of get like a half soft top spider situation going on. We've got a cool Porsche here, which is not 100% sure what it is, obviously a 911, but it was like custom made by the customer who's now selling it at Paddle Up. So I'm not sure legitimately what that would actually count as. And then a nice Porsche 912, which are gorgeous cars. I would love one of those myself. But yeah, about to wrap up today and then head back, and I'll check back in with you guys soon. Just back from the event now. Some really cool cars there to gander at and think about. I don't think I showed you the Ford GT actually. There's an amazing Ford GT there. 850 grand, 29 miles. The guy bought it as an investment. But that's a cool car. Something to think about, because you could get one for a lot cheaper that had a few miles on there. However, I'm in no position to be buying any vehicles at the moment, and I am thinking of potentially swapping the McLaren for something. Not 100% sure yet, but potentially getting back into Ferrari. McLaren ownership, I'll go over it in another video, but yeah, there's something to talk about. But yeah, going to drop off all the stuff now that we took to the event, and then when I get back, I'm going to check on the mousetrap to see if we've caught any more mice in the garage. And yeah, I haven't heard back. I asked the McLaren technician on my Instagram whether the mouse could have got down and out. I'm kind of like hopeful that that was the mouse and that there's not a mouse in there chewing my car up. However, I think we need to be realistic, so I'll see when I get back. Hopefully I'll hear back from him and he'll tell me that the mouse could have easily got down from where it is and out and into the trap, and that would explain it all, but we'll see. However, I'll check back in when I get back and we can check on the mice together. Right, it's time. Back home, it's quite windy, hopefully you can hear me. It's time to check whether A, there's another mouse in the mouse trap, B, whether the car starts, and then C, I guess, whether the mouse runs out after I start the car. Max, shush boy. So it's safe to say, quite concerned after being told that it could be a 12 grand bill, and also just don't want a mouse to run on me whilst I start the car. So yeah, it's a lose-lose really. And unfortunately my camera ran out of battery, so I'm going to need to charge the camera. What I'm going to do is another vlog where I get the car out, start it up, see if the car starts, maybe talk about the 3 things I love or 3 things I hate about the McLaren as the next video, which I had planned anyway. I wanted to get the vlog out today, so I had to finish it all this evening so that it was ready for tomorrow. So it's now dark, don't really want to go out in the McLaren in the dark. So yeah, that'll be it for today's vlog. Make sure you subscribe, leave a like, and tune in for the next vlog where I talk about the top 3 things I love about my McLaren, some bullshit like that. And we'll discuss whether the car starts, let's see if the mouse has fucked the car up, and all that good stuff yet to come. So yeah, make sure you drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll catch you in the next video.